Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Pastor Darrell from the Quest in Galesburg, Illinois. I want to thank you one more time for stopping by to be with us for just a few minutes. I want to share with you just a brief bit of testimony and encouragement. Last night, I had a message from one of my friends, been a friend for most of my life since I was a teenager, struggling with where she's at in her life with the Lord. And she was talking about something that probably many of us have questioned, maybe not all of us, but many of us. You know, how could God ever forgive me? How could God ever forget what I've done? And I began to share with her some things about my own life. And this is not easy to talk about for me. If you know me, I have no problem being transparent, but I would never want to cast any disparaging comments or ideas towards anybody in my hometown. But in my hometown, just going to say it the way it is, that I'm probably known for my old life. There's people there who do know me now, and they encourage me from time to time, but you bring up my name in my hometown, and they think, man, what a scoundrel. They think, bad person. One of my friends who we've restored a relationship, but for many years, she told me honestly, she said, I hid from you. I didn't want to respond to you because you were crazy back then. You know, I was, I'm not going to go into a lot of stuff, but I mean, I was into drugs and bad alcoholic. I was a thief. I did all kinds of stuff. You name it, I've been there. And I'm not trying to glorify that because I'm ashamed of that past, but God has changed me. God has transformed my life. And what I was sharing with my friend last night is it doesn't matter where you've been, God can take your life and glorify it. And I told her I would get back with her doing this today. So I hope she's watching. If not, I'll probably tag her in it later. Well, I won't do that because I don't want to identify her. But here's the thing. In the book of Ezekiel, the prophet is speaking as a voice of God. And he tells the people of Israel that they've been heathens. They've been as bad as the heathens, that they have rejected the name of God, that they have done ungodly things, and God is not condemning them. God is reminding them because he wanted to show them what I'm going to point out next. He said, you've done all of these things. Let me just read a portion of it. It's found in Ezekiel chapter 36. It says, and I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which you have profaned in the midst of them. He says, you've done these things, and they've said, well, I thought these were God's people. But get what he says, which you have profaned in the midst of them, and the heathen shall know that I am the Lord, saith the Lord God, when I shall be sanctified before their eyes. What Ezekiel is pointing out to them, what God is saying through Ezekiel, is this. Yes, you've done these horrible things. You've done some things that slander the name of God, that bring bad light on the character of God. But God says, I'm going to restore you. I'm going to put you back in a right relationship with me, and I'm going to bless you. I'm going to bless your flocks. I'm going to bless your crops. I'm going to bless every aspect of your life. And when the heathen people see how I have forgiven you and how I have turned things around and blessed you because you have repented and become my own again, my name will be sanctified. Sanctified means set apart. God is saying, I'll take all your failures, all your shortcomings, all the times that you just did evil, and I will turn it around to glorify not you, but my name. What people miss all the time is people say, well, he just shares this stuff because he's trying to brag on it where he's been. No, I'm ashamed of where I've been, but I'm bragging on my God and what he has done in my life. I'm no longer a thief. I'm no longer a drug addict. I'm no longer a dealer. I don't do any of those things. Haven't done those in a long time. I couldn't make that change on my own. But Jesus Christ, his blood washed me free, transformed my life. See, I'm not just forgiven, I'm changed. There's something that many people miss. I'm changed. When God saves you, your life changes. If it doesn't change, I'm just going to say it, you're not saved. But when you are saved, when you're sanctified, when your life has been transformed, people may look and say, oh, look at Darrell Garrett, look at the change he's made. But when people say, what happened? I can say, and others say, he gave his life to Jesus Christ, and look what God has done in his life. He can do the same thing for you. To my friend, don't worry about where you've been, worry about where you're going, because God can do great things in your life, and he will be glorified through you. God bless you. Have a great day. Come back and see me again tomorrow here at The Quest.